In April 2003, Aron Ralston embarked on a solo canyoneering trip in Blue John Canyon, located in Utah's Canyonlands National Park.
Please subscribe.
An experienced mountaineer, Ralston was well acquainted with the risks of outdoor adventures. However, nothing could prepare him for the harrowing ordeal that awaited him: the accident. On April 26th, while descending into the canyon, an 800-pound boulder unexpectedly dislodged and pinned his right arm against the canyon wall. Trapped approximately 100 feet below the surface and 20 miles from the nearest road, Ralston quickly realized that he had not informed anyone of his hiking plans and had no means of communication to call for help. The struggle for survival. As hours turned into days, Ralston faced the grim reality of his situation. He had only a small amount of water, about 350 milliliters, and 2 burritos to sustain him. Over the next 5 days, he attempted various methods to free his arm, but to no avail. His desperation grew as he slowly consumed his limited supplies, rationing them carefully. By the 3rd day, dehydrated and delirious, Ralston began to contemplate his fate. He carved his name, birth date, and presumed date of death into the canyon wall, alongside an RIP message. He recorded video messages for his family, believing he would not survive much longer. As he drifted in and out of consciousness, he experienced hallucinations, including a vivid vision of himself playing with a child, a sign that sparked hope within him. The decision to amputate. On the 5th day, having run out of food and water and realizing that he would likely die if he did not act decisively, Ralston made a life-altering decision. He would amputate his own arm to escape. Using a dull multi-tool pocket knife, he first made superficial cuts before realizing he needed to cut through the bones in his forearm. After breaking his radius and ulna bones with forceful pressure, he finally managed to free himself. The escape. With his right arm now amputated just below the elbow, Ralston climbed out of the slot canyon and rappelled down a sheer 65-foot wall. Despite being weak from dehydration and blood loss, having lost about 25% of his blood volume, he hiked approximately 7 miles through rugged terrain. After 6 miles of hiking, Ralston encountered a Dutch family who had been hiking in the area. They provided him with food and water and quickly alerted authorities about his situation. Rescue. Rescue teams had been searching for Ralston after his family reported him missing. He was located by helicopter approximately 4 hours after he amputated his arm. Ralston's survival was attributed to both his determination and the timing of his actions. Had he amputated earlier, he might have bled to death. Had he waited longer, he would likely have succumbed to dehydration or exposure. Aftermath. Aron Ralston's incredible story of survival became widely known after he published a memoir titled Between a Rock and a Hard Place, which detailed his experience. His ordeal was later adapted into the critically acclaimed film 127 Hours, starring James Franco as Ralston. Ralston has continued to pursue mountaineering and adventure sports since then, becoming an inspirational speaker who shares a story of resilience and survival with audiences around the world. Please subscribe.